Welcome everyone to another fantastic segment of Wiseish. If you've been watching and tuning in for the past few months, I hope that you've been able to garner an incredible amount of inspiration, energy, guidance, insights, maybe even a coming home to the real sense of who you are. Perhaps maybe even just being at home, you've even developed a new skill, a new talent. Maybe you've let go of some old ones, things that just weren't useful for you. But maybe you're also beginning to remember and reignite your passion, things that you had believed in for a very, very long time. In a conversation I was having with a friend today, I was sharing how sometimes our parents, without any bad intentions, they basically impose on you the lifestyle that they have lived and what they know. Sometimes our parents have a way of just telling us what they think we can be or what we will become because they are where they are. If it's not even a parent, it could be an authority figure, somebody that you value tremendously, but perhaps is living in a particular traditional box and basically will tell you, because it seems that you're getting out of the box that they've been accustomed to holding you in, that what do you think you're doing? And instead of inspiring you, they basically try to tell you, look, you are nothing more than this, so why are you creating a problem? Why are you stirring up the pot? There's always been that naysayer or that person who somehow has a fear within them to succeed, a fear within them to challenge their capacity. They carry a fear of questioning if they're good enough or they're worthy enough. And if they happen to have children or a roommate or a lover or a member in the family that seems to be kind of going beyond the limits of what they're accustomed to seeing them, they try to pull them back. And again, it's not really intentional. It's just what they know. So, my question to you, do you believe in your passion? Or are you walking around with the recordings of what the naysayers have been telling you for decades? Do you remember those words? I know I can remember in an instant some of the words that I've heard from people who I have respected and looked up to when I was a very young girl. And sometimes I have to confess, to this day, sometimes those words become my trigger to say, I won't let them prove what they've said right. And it pushes me even more. But it depends on the individual. But yet I do think each and every one of us have this capacity to break through these limits. We believe in it, we know it, but the energy of the naysayers, those particular energies or souls that are trying to dim our light and to create a little tribe where everybody around you has a dim light and you stay dim with everyone. Haven't you ever noticed that if you hang around a certain group of people who are going nowhere, they seem very comfortable with you? They seem really okay and happy. And the moment one of you begin to step up and challenge that system, challenge that energy, challenge being in that same place, they'll start to gossip about you. If they don't gossip about you, then one or two of them in your group will come and go, hey, I've been noticing you've been kind of acting strange, you know? I mean, what is all of this stuff that you think you're doing? I mean, things aren't very secure now. You need to keep your job. You need to make sure this and this is down packing. What about your family? They will tell you a whole bunch of things. Why? Because now your growth is making them uncomfortable. What happens is that when they see you growing and transporting yourself to another level of living and existence, you become a mirror for them to see where they're stuck in. And I really appeal to you to really pay attention to that. You do become eventually the people you hang around with the most. And today I was sharing at breakfast, you know, why is it that in our lives, if you're a lawyer, then, you know, a lot of lawyers like to spend time together. If you're an actor, then actors want to spend time together. If you're a doctor, then all these doctors feel very comfortable being together. If you're black, then you feel more comfortable being around blacks. If you're white, then you feel more comfortable being around whites. If you're Indian, then you feel, what is this? What is this sense of tribalism that we continue to carry inside that gives us this sense of comfort or safety? What I think is sometimes it's a crutch. Maybe it's there to help us to build momentum and to build ourselves eventually, to break out of those limits. Or maybe it's just, I give up, and since all of you around me are the same, then I must be okay. I don't know. There's something about that. I really believe I'm an oddball. I'm actually convinced I'm odd, and I'm wondering if there are any odd people out there. I'm looking for a tribe, because I don't think, it's not that I don't have odd friends, I do, but I don't know what it is. I've been thinking a lot lately. I don't want to be placed in a package. And yet, I'm sure there are people like me who have their own tribal vortex going on out there, you know? Maybe they are the ones who are Arjuna, the ones who take the initiatives, the ones who really know that the battle is within their own minds. It's the ones that keep challenging and testing themselves to see how much more they have inside of them. They are driven by their passion, but not by the naysayers. Now, I do want to reiterate, sometimes those naysayers are a blessing. They are a gift. And they've come into our lives to give us two options. Believe in what they're saying and stay with them, or believe no way in what they're saying and take the high road and go further and further up into your game. I've been thinking so much during this pandemic about what is happening in our lives and how are we actually functioning, being locked in our houses for months upon months upon months. And if we don't challenge ourselves to get better, we're going to get so weak. And we're just going to fall back and fall short on who we can be or who we wanted to be. It's a great time. And even though it's not always easy to create a new thought or a new idea about yourself, can I tell you to start with one thing? You know, I've been wanting to exercise for a long time. And even though I have struggled with doing that, at least in the mornings, I'm doing a few sit-ups in the mornings. I have to say I have the blessing of not getting overweight, but still I have to be mindful and I still have to be careful of the food that I put in the body, the way that I use the body. But one thing I know for sure, everyone, I have to exercise more. And I don't know why that thought doesn't become full speed in my consciousness to move my body in the way that I know that it could. So what I do, little by little, do a little basketball, play a little badminton, do my little sit-ups, and I'm watching myself little by little gaining the momentum. I'm gaining the momentum. I'm putting fire into my passion. What is the passion? To be healthy, to take care of the chariot of the body, and not believe that, well, since nobody else exercises, maybe I shouldn't too. Since nobody in my family exercises, then it's okay if I don't exercise. Point that I'm trying to make today. Please, don't believe in the naysayers, unless the naysaying is your fuel and fire to push you and thrust you forward so that you can fulfill your passion. There's so much that the living soul can do, can achieve, can become. And the only reason why sometimes we don't activate it, we don't give it enough thought, and we don't put it much into action. So let us use this time to see what we can put in action and to give more thought to. So let's see what your blessing and your good wish will be for today. Today is, may you claim a right to a double reward by doing your duty, by considering yourself to be an awesome server for humanity. Wow, beautiful. Love it. Hey, a little bit of wisdom will take you a very long way. And remember, no one can actually take away your happiness unless you give them permission. And I think we're really here to develop the art of loving each other the same. Thank you so much for tuning in to Wiseish today. Please stay safe. Please be well. Don't forget to wear your mask. See you again soon.